Well, I have many favorite memories of Garrett. Of course, when you know Garrett, you know that there is a plethora of things that go on with him. But one of my favorites would have to be when we were in Disney World for the first time. And I remember he got my mom's flip phone that had a tiny little camera on it, and he was going around the World Showcase taking pictures of the Japanese garden over there. And he was so excited, and he was talking about how he was going to be this wonderful photographer, and it was going to be his passion and his career of sorts. And just watching him with that little phone camera, I felt like this is silly. This is just a one-off comment, and he'll forget about it soon. But a few years later, he got his first camera, and he was really artistic, and he came and he did all of these wonderful photographs and had this great vision that I've always admired, and I've always been so proud to see how his photography grows. And just seeing that little version of Garrett and watching him grow over the years and just impress everyone and make everybody love him with his humor and his heart, and that's one of the things that I just greatly admire about my brother. And I'm so happy that that passion that he expressed as a little kid rose and led him to the love of his life, and today it's going to be getting married to his soulmate, because that little spark of inspiration created that match. And I'm so happy to be here, and I know that they're going to have the greatest life together.
Have you spent the words for him?
I would say that just I know that they're meant to be. They're soulmates. When you look at them, you can see that their passions and their values and everything about them coincides, and I just know that they will have the most greatest life together, and I wish them all the best and the happiness in the world, because they deserve it.
Favorite memory of Garrett is in 2005. We went to Disney World for the very first time, and at that time, Cinderella's Castle, you could go in and there was a little store where you could buy jewelry. Garrett bought me a little ring that was very beautiful. It had Mickey Mouse on it, which I just love Mickey Mouse. And that night at fireworks, he gave me the ring and gave me a hug and a kiss, and that's probably one of my very favorite memories of Garrett Gill.
Okay, and what trait do you love most about him?
I love his heart. I love his compassion. I love his passion. We don't always agree on things, but I love that he's so passionate about life and about people in general, and want to do what he feels he's called to do, and that's to serve others and to love others.
And how do you think that complements Kearsten's traits? What do you like most about her, and how do they get along with those?
Well, I think both of them have a love for Jesus, and I think that they do what Jesus calls them to do, and I think with that, they can't go wrong, and they both have that kindness and that just love for each other, love for the world, love for others, and it's a beautiful thing.
What's your favorite thing about Kearsten?
I love her tenderness, and I love the way she makes him smile and the confidence that she gives him, even way before they ever got to meet in person, just the confidence that they gave each other. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you could leave him with one piece of marriage advice, or just wishing him a happy marriage, what would you say?
Pray together, pray for each other alone, but also pray together. There was a book that we gave them called Love and Respect, and read the book if you haven't read the book, but pray for each other daily, and just don't go to bed mad. Just love each other through the ups and the downs.
Favorite memory. Me and Kearsten met when we were like 13 in 9th grade, and so my favorite memory, I think there was one summer that we spent the entire summer making like YouTube videos where we were just trying to like put playlists of songs together, and then we would sing over them, and they're still on YouTube, so Kearsten, look them up again and laugh because they're like very bad.
With the lyrics too?
We were just like sing like like, you know how TikTokers do it now, like with the like ad libbing whatever, but we did that way back in the day, like 2010, before it was on TikTok. So.
Oh, the OGs.
OG TikTokers right here. Yep.
Did y'all ever make a music video?
Did we ever make a music video? We did, to Bruno Mars. Kearsten. You can count on me. We have a music video to that.
Count on me.
Bananas. And we made a video eating bananas backwards, which is really disgusting. Good videos. There's some good stuff up there.
Okay. Man,
Music montage, yeah.
What do you love the most about her?
I love, Kearsten has, like, outside of her profession, I think she just has like an eye to see beauty in everything that she does. Like, she spots beauty in the way that she does her art, but I think like her personality itself is like to spot beauty in people even when maybe others don't see it. I think she's like that.
Do you think that helps her in her profession too?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Everything she shoots is like, wow.
Right. Okay, so if you could leave her and Garrett with one message for her future marriage.
One message for marriage? Let me think. I haven't even been married I've been married just a little over a year. What will I say? I think that the person that you marry like on your wedding day like changes so much even in the first year of marriage, and the next, I think, whatever, 100 years you're married. And so you learn to just re-fall in love every day with like who you're becoming as a different person and who they are becoming. And I think it's just a really cool adventure. So have fun.
Oh gosh. So I didn't know Garrett in high school or anything.
Yeah.
But when me and Tyler started dating, Garrett had just left to go to Boston.
Right.
So I didn't really get much time to hang out with him. So like, I guess the first time we went up to Boston was the first time I really got to see Garrett. But I don't really, the only memory I can really like think of that I think is funny is we went to this really like fancy bougie restaurant, and Garrett, we ended up looking at the ticket afterwards, and Garrett had realized that he thought we had all got tap water, and we ended up paying like $30 or $40 for just regular water, or like the fanciest water. So that was a interesting one.
Huh. Okay, what's your favorite quality about Garrett?
He's funny. His storytelling is probably my favorite.
Yeah.
The demonstrations are my favorite, for sure.
Okay. And how do you think he's going to compliment Kearsten in their future marriage?
I love their relationship. I mean, you can just see the way Garrett adores her.
Yeah.
Like, you can just watching them together, I just hope that me and Tyler's relationship ends up anywhere near theirs, because you can tell that he adores her and she just adores him. It's just, their relationship's beautiful.
And so, one nice thing to say about their future marriage, I guess.
It's gonna be great because they're both perfect for each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect for each other.
Very well.
Cool.
Good.
I'm good at that.
Good.
Okay, so this is the only one that's stuck in my head right now. So there's this dumb YouTube video in which there's a bird and it like covers itself, and you go, and like there's an overhead talker going, nighttime, nighttime, and like I was in my bathroom in my room and Kearsten was on my bed, and like she started video recording, and all of a sudden you hear her go, nighttime, and I jumped out of the bathroom and I was like curling my hair too again, so I probably looked like this, and I was like, nighttime.
Like SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah, we're literally Dumb and Dumber. Or like one time I asked her to photogenically take a picture of me pumping gas because photographer. And I just tell her to do stupid things, and she always catches them on camera, which is the best part. So I always have dumb memories of the two of us. And I always drag her on like my birthday trips. What else? I'm trying to think of other ones. There's too many. She's hysterical.
What's your favorite thing about her?
She's truly just the greatest friend. Like, I dragged her 15 hours in one day to go pick up my dog in like Western New York, And she just sat through the entire car ride with me, listening to whatever I wanted to listen to, which is not her taste. And she like didn't feel good at the end, in like the middle of it. And I was like, let's keep going. And she's always there for you, whether, you know, whatever kind of day you're having, she's just there. She's always around, and she's just truly one of the greatest friends I've ever had, and she sticks around and she loves her friends with all of her heart.
So you think she'll be good for Garrett then?
Heck yeah, they're perfect together.
Yep. Let's switch to the happy marriage. So what do you want to say?
Oh, I wish them the best marriage. I know they will have the best marriage. They're such a unique couple. Even in like the way they met is so unique and so crazy, and it's only something that God could put together, and I know they'll have the best marriage just because they are the best people. They love each other wholeheartedly, they love everybody, they love God, and they are truly so genuinely happy about life and love, and they're gonna be great. They're gonna be great family. They're gonna extend their family. They're the best of friends. They're just gonna do so many cool things once they get married now.
It's probably the best one I've heard so far.
I'm good.
Can I have a different question?
Yeah.
I'm not listening, Katie.
I can't think under pressure. That's why I had to write my speech 3 months ago. I needed to reread it and reread it and reread it. Okay.
I don't know, y'all, but I'm thinking of my mom's son.
You want to be in this interview here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be in the interview. Okay. We can pull up another chair.
No, I don't actually want to be in it.
Oh, really?
What's your favorite memory of us?
There's too many.
I know, that's what I said.
It's been 10 years. The best ones are yet to come. But definitely her wedding day.
That was your favorite?
One of them, crying like a baby. I got to hold your bouquet.
She was right next
That was
to
an
me.
honor. I can't do this.
No crying right now. So I remember in 9th grade. Was it 9th grade? Or was it 10th grade? I rarely remember high school because it was awful. So all the years mushed together. But it was either 9th or 10th grade, and I was having a rough day. And I needed to tell Kearsten, why are you so close?
Because you're talking so softly.
Because
that the
I feel like-
microphone has-
It's not as close as you think it is.
I feel like it is. So I needed, not to tell Kearsten something, but I was like having a rough day. So I went into like the girls' bathroom, like always. And Kearsten just like comes in, and she's just like has always been there. It's like, I don't know how to explain
I
it.
can't watch this. Alright, I'm leaving. I can't.
I don't know how to explain it.
So you're having a rough day.
Yeah. Well, like, you know, a teenage, anybody.
Problems.
Yes. Whatever. It was probably boy problems. Boy problems. And she just like, you know, she saw I was having a rough day. And then she like walked into the girls' bathroom and just like automatically, just like her compassion just like took over. And it didn't even matter like what it was about, if it was about her, if I was mad at her, like.
You could have been dead wrong probably.
Yeah, no, she was just like, it's like, it's so crazy because we always have these preconceived ideas of friends, and we're like, oh my god, they're gonna hate me, but if they're a true friend, they're not going to. They're going to look you in the eye and be like, it's okay, you know? And so she basically did that, and she just, that was one memory of very many. But yeah, so that funniest memory was when she, well, it's not of me, because she was dressed up as, have you ever read the book Screw Tape Letters?
Wait,
No. Yeah, the Screw Tape Letters. Yeah, so she was, so we had, don't lock. She had this, like this makeup on. It was so funny because it was just a play that we did for our junior year, and it was like super fun. But that was like the funniest memory. But there's so many because she just does crazy things. She like randomly dances.
What's the time that you've seen her show the most compassion for them?
For other people?
Like your dogs eat like that. He hated it then. He's always hated it. Yeah, he's really like sensitive to sound.
Just like all the time. Just like whoever, like if anyone has a story,
She's always the person. Perk up and listen. And
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Don't put that in there because I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Now, how do you think her personality will complement Garrett?
In their marriage.
Yeah, I know you don't know Garrett too well, but you know him well enough to.
Yeah, no, I can read people pretty well. So, how will they complement each other? I think that they both have a willingness to just make it work. You know, they both have a love for God, and I think, like I'm gonna say in my speech, that when God's in the center, that anything is possible. So, the way that they're gonna complement each other, I think they already do. I think that was the first thing that I even recognized about him, because we went on a picnic together, and no, not me and Garrett. It was a double date.
Oh, okay.
No, it was her and Garrett, and it was the first time meeting him, and that's how.
You took Garrett out one-on-one.
No. No. No, thank you. I got my own connects. No. When I first met him is when we went on a picnic, and it was in Newport, and I mean, do you see the guy? And do you see Kearsten? They just automatically compliment each other. It was like a no-brainer for me. Just because being with her, I've seen other guys, and then I've seen him, and I'm like, yeah. It's just, yep. And just, I don't know, they're just like very, although he's like very like loud and energetic, and he compliments her and brings her out in her own special way. Yeah.
So what's the wisdom advice for their future marriage?
Like I'm gonna say in my speech again, no. Have fun. Don't take it too serious. I feel like marriage is, we always have this preconceived idea of it being like, oh my God, it's marriage. Like, it's just like, it's heavy stuff. And it is, but it's also like a connection with your best friend that you're gonna just live with forever. And it's a new step, it's a new season in life, it's a new journey, and it's fun. And just have fun with it. And don't take things too serious. Roll with the punches.
Okay. I think one of my favorite moments with Kearsten is when I first held her in my arms. She was the tiniest, precious, little, beautiful child you could ever imagine. My heart just swelled, and I was so full of love, I felt like I was going to burst. She has brought so much joy to my life. She is witty and precious and fun. I love the time that we get to spend together. I love her creativity. She was a breath of fresh air in my life, in our lives. She brings so much joy to me. I love all the times that we just get to go out shopping together and hang out together and talk and just have those heart-to-hearts that we have, and I look forward to more of those. I am so thrilled to see how happy she is with Garrett, and that she's found her forever love, and that brings us peace and joy. My words of wisdom for them is that they continue to have Jesus at the center of their relationship, that they seek him out constantly, that they grow in their faith, in their relationship with Christ. I'm so looking forward to see them step into their true identity and their true destiny as to what God has them to do. I know that God has something really great for them to do as a couple, and I'm just going to prophesy into their lives that they will be a power couple, that they are going to step into places that is going to bring healing and wisdom and freedom to the people that they come in contact with. They're going to have that boldness and that heart to bring love, the love of Christ, and the healing that Jesus brings to the world. So always pray together, always grow together. Respect one another's growth, because you're not going to grow at the same time. One person's going to grow, the other one's going to support. The other person's going to grow, you're going to support. So it's a constant support, growing time together. And I am so looking forward to see where they're going to go. I love you guys both. You know that I'm here for you. I will continually pray with you and speak into your lives, and even probably when you don't want me to. But I love you both, and I wish you both the best. Thank you.
All right. So what is your favorite memory of your daughter?
There are so many
Uh-huh.
that crossed my mind as you kind of only put me on the spot 45 seconds ago. I got no forewarning of this. But, oh gosh, you think about the first boyfriend, you think about, Dad teaching her how to drive, especially after our son and the experience that we got from him driving. Kearsten was quite the other direction. You had the wild child, and then you had the very tame and needing a little bit more than just, the timidness. Just very, very timid all her life. The kind of girl that when you're at church and you're talking with somebody, that she would run behind you and hide and poke her head out behind and look at the person, and she just was so timid all her life, and she approached a lot of things like that, but very inquisitive about everything, always wanted to know the detail of things. Certainly the softer side of life, that's just who Kearsten is. But I remember the first time her driving, what an experience that was. It was like, you actually have to hit the pedal, Kearsten, a little faster. Oh, I don't know. And it was just, she was just very timid, but dial forward a couple years later, and she's probably the best driver, that I know. But she was just very timid though. It was funny. I remember when she was very young, she ate some berries outside, and I think it was in the winter time, and there were berries on this tree, this bush, and she started eating them. Of course, we didn't see her until she had already eaten a few of them. Oh, look, Mom, I found some berries, and they were kind of poisonous berries. So Mom runs inside, gets the ipecac, and gives her the ipecac, and so she's starting to throw up, and she's so young. I forget if she was literally 3 years old, and she didn't know enough because she was so young and had never thrown up before, that she literally didn't know that she needed to bend forward. So as she's throwing up, she just opens up her mouth, and it's so I'm trying to pick her up and bend her forward and everything. Oh gosh. But yeah, the first day of school, how cliche, but it was just those moments that stick with you, and I just remember her always chasing Brandon around, Mom, get Kearsten away from me, she's annoying me, right, Brandon?
Yes, sir.
But now everyone's been getting to experience, the daughter that we've had very much to ourselves, if you will. It's that transition period of allowing her to, experience the world in her own terms, in her own way. It's difficult as a parent to finally open up and see that she's not all yours anymore. You know, it's been nice to see that transition, but equally difficult as a parent to see it. You know, it's like she's blossoming as a woman, and difficult process as a parent. She's a treasure, and Garrett is quite lucky to have this treasure of ours.
How do you see their personalities complement each other?
They are so much alike, and they are so much not alike, depending on what part of the personality you talk about. You know, they're both very artsy. You know, they got that part of me that I don't have. She gets all that from Mom by far. You know, that's not the part from Dad. You know, the engineer, a little bit more methodical in thinking, whatever. But she's very much creative, and that's both of them. They're very, you know, artsy in that way, creative thinking. You know, but then there's the part of her that's a little bit more reserved, and although Garrett's, I don't see him being, he's not boisterous, but he's definitely a little bit more flamboyant, and she's just so reserved, you know, so there's some differences there that they have, you know, but they really fit, you know. You're always wondering about what kind of guy is she going to gravitate to, what kind of guy is she going to marry, and she's always gone for more of the, you know, the boys that were a little bit more reserved also, but also had a side of them that had some dynamic, you know, but maybe not as much as Garrett. You know, he's definitely got a flair to him that's interesting, that's unique, and you know, that's Kearsten in a quieter sense. But they're both very artistic, and I think that's neat to see their similarities and their likes. You know, I mean, heck, look at this place that we're at. Wouldn't have never been my choice, but that's me. That's not Kearsten. You know, everything for me is going to have its rightful place and position, and she's just a little bit more whimsical in that setting, that way. So it's been neat.
So, any words of wisdom?
Oh boy, you know, I mean, if I could give Kearsten wisdom, it might take years to formulate. You know, I think knowing Kearsten and her maturity above her years, she can probably give Dad some wisdom. She has been the one over the years to tell me, you know, Dad, you shouldn't be doing that. And it was like, gosh, here's my 8-year-old telling me I shouldn't be doing something. You know, but patience. You know, there'll be times in the marriage that there'll be things, by all means, that'll be trying, testing. You know, some of them will be early on in the marriage. It'll be the living arrangements, and other things that'll be more maybe child rearing, or what they should do with something, or maybe even Denise and I, once we get old enough, and where to put them down and way out. But you know, she's got a good head on her shoulders. You know, so whatever wisdom I could conjure up, she probably already has it deep down. You know, she's a sharp girl.
So any wishes that you have for their marriage?
You know, I've been praying a lot lately, and knowing that God has, you know, ordained this. He has. I just think about the way in which they met. You know, online, it was because of their creativity. You know, how they even got to stumble upon each other through social media. You know, and I'm sure they're far from the, you know, other people that have done that, but it's unique to see their story. You know, through camera, through the lens, if you will. But that, you know, it's certainly been neat to see, you know, the step in the process. You know, I mean, heck, there was one time that we sat in the bed one night. They hadn't met yet, and you know, here's Garrett, and we're talking to him through what I'm assuming was Facebook at the time, and we're in bed, and you know, he's talking about coming to New England to meet Kearsten, you know, and they hadn't met, and you already sensed that they loved each other. and it was like, you know, to me, it was like, is this real, or is this just kind of like this fad, this thing? It's neat. He seems like a neat guy and whatever. And so it was neat to see some of that play out, you know, when he first came up, and how they hit it off, and you know, it was really neat, you know. And then I got nervous, and I'm like, oh my gosh, could this really be the guy that she marries, you know? Wow. And here we are today, you know. So no, he's been a joy to see, and even in the, you know, 3 years that we've known him, just the maturity and the meshing of the two of them, how neat it is. You know, Kearsten is, you know, so meek and mild. You kind of wondered, you know, what it would take her to fall in love with somebody, you know. And you know, you know Garrett for a long time, and you know his heart and what he's all about. And to you, it probably makes, you know, a lot of sense, just like it does for me on the other side of the coin, you know. So just two people that you see that, you know, their relationship in Christ, you know, and we all can mature more and grow more in that area. I don't think any one of us have got that figured out and perfected by any means. But they make sense together. So it's been...
Y'all hike the chain around?
It's been nice to see that part of the relationship as well.
But yeah, it's appreciate your time.
Kearsten and Garrett, enjoy this day and many years to come. We'll always be by your side, and you know where to find us.
Right. Alrighty. So, here we are on the wedding day.
Big day. 2 years ago, in a week, this was my wedding.
Really?
Yeah.
You got married here?
Not here.
Oh, okay.
But
you're saying around this time?
Yep. 2 years ago. Yeah. And she was my photographer.
Yeah.
Yep. No. Yeah.
Yeah. The questions are, what's your favorite memory?
All right. Well, Kearsten, you're gonna love this one. My favorite memory goes back when we were very young. There's 10 years, 10 days between us, and I was a very mischievous child. I was not the good kid. She's the good kid. So we were in a BJ's parking lot waiting for my parents and grandparents, who spent a lot of weekends going back and forth. And we were sitting in the car, and she was in the back seat, and I was in the front seat. And I remember talking to my grandfather, and we were talking about how nice the car was back then, and you know, the power windows. And I was playing with the power windows, and I didn't realize Kearsten had her head through the window, and her teeth were on the glass. And all of a sudden, I put the windows up on auto, and all of a sudden, it just goes up and pinches her. It's terrible. I'm sorry, Kearsten. I'm sorry. This is just a funny one that I can remember. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden I look back, and she's screaming, and she's pinned in the window frame. And yeah, that's probably my favorite mischievous memory of myself and my sister. Yeah. Poor kid. You'd have to ask Kearsten on that one. She's probably scared of getting in a car with me, that's for sure.
Okay, well, what's your favorite thing about her? What's your favorite trait?
Oh, just her passion, her general just outlook on life is it's so much brighter than the average person, or even myself, really. I would say her best quality is just being able to find the good and see the good in everything. Yep, optimism, yeah, good word, yes. Not as specific, but just in general, she's kind. You know, she's soft and she's kind, and it's not abrasive, and there's no hate in her whatsoever. It's just pure love, and just even as reckless and crazy as I was, she never looked at me like I was a bad person. You know, and I've done some bad stuff, but I mean, I'm a good person these days. But you know, she's always been good, you know, and always been fair to me, you know.
How do you see Garrett's personality with Kirsten's personality?
Well, I it's tough, you know. I think really it's an opposites attract, you know, when one's abrasive and not abrasive, but more outgoing, and one's more soft. One's hard and one's soft, and sometimes they complement each other. They bring to one who's just right, really, just right. You know, it's not that everything's terrible in the world and you know everything's gonna go wrong, but everything is gonna be okay together.
Okay. Any words of wisdom for the marriage? For the tough times and good times.
Just be understanding. You know, always keep in mind that no one's ever perfect, and you know, even in the really tough times, you really just have to be soft and forgiving the way she is. And for him too, same thing. You know, you just gotta just be open-minded, and you know, always have respect for each other is the biggest thing. Always keep the respect mutual.
Any wishes for the marriage too?
Oh, I wish you guys the best. You know, nothing but the best. And, you know, I hope you guys find everything that you could ever wish for and want in life.
Favorite memory? That's a tough one there. You know, he's Garrett's given so many different memories. It's just really hard to hit just one favorite.
A couple.
Well,
start chronologically from birth all the way up to current day.
Oh, Lord. I can tell you that one that just really sticks out with me a little bit is pretty much who Garrett really is. He went with me to go to work one time, and it was a customer I did a lot of work for, and he had this real nice skeet shoot area set up and fit and finish. It was ready to go, and he had some nice fresh white rock put down for the customers to come up. And I had Garrett with me. Garrett was over there throwing stuff and messing up his little white rocks, and he was pretty small. Robert comes up and says, "Hey, don't do that, knothead." And Garrett just turned around as nonchalantly says, "Don't be a titty baby." So I mean, that's Garrett, right? That is just Garrett right there. And you know, he's always spoke his mind, and that's just beautiful. That's what I do love about him. He's very open. He lets you know what he thinks. Sometimes that's good, sometimes not. But you always know who he is. You know, he's never disingenuous about anything.
Doesn't pull any punches either.
He doesn't pull any punches. It's funny that I've had him with me a good bit, as far as work-wise, for memories. One of the really stand-up moments I can remember with him, I was going to Home Depot, and he hollers out, "Daddy, stop, pull over." And I thought something happened. I said, "What?" So he gets out the truck, and there's this homeless guy over there in front of Home Depot. Garrett gets out, sits with him and prays. Asked the guy if there's anything that he needed. The guy just said, "You know, I could use a cell phone to call home." So Garrett's really tight with his money, but not when he gives it away to homeless people. And he bought a cell phone, brought it back to that young man, and gave him a little bit of money for food, and just prayed with him again. And I thought, you know, I really do have a good son. I really do. He never ceased to amaze me of his heart to give to those that doesn't have. He knows all the homeless people that lived in Longview. And didn't let that stop him when he moved to Boston either. We went there for the first Christmas that he was away from us. We're walking downtown Boston, and there's this black guy on the side of the road, snow, cold, oh my goodness, it was cold. And he had a sign up, you know, wanting some food or something. And we walked past, and then the black guy started hollering at us. And Garrett says, "Hang on, let me go talk to him, Daddy." So he gets up, walks over there, and the guy says, "Hey, I know you." Or Garrett has been there since November through December, has already met other homeless people, giving them food, inviting them to church. And I said, Garrett, who is that? He goes, just some guy said if he'd come to church with us, I'd buy him some to eat. I said, did he go? He said, yeah, but he just really wanted the food. So, you know, Garrett's just, he's unique. I can't pinpoint one favorite moment. But to know his heart, to know his compassion, to know his love. His boss sent me an email earlier this month and just wanted me to know how much of a blessing it was to have him up there working, and his love and ability to share Jesus with everybody up there, and just how much he really, really appreciates everything that he does. And he didn't have to tell me that; I already knew that. But it's for him to just say, "Hey, he's doing a super job." Promised that he'd take care of him until he came back home. Eventually, I hope he comes back home. But to watch him grow and to spread his wings has just been amazing. Love him.
So you say that's your favorite quality about him is his compassion?
Definitely his compassion, his heart. He has a beautiful heart. More than what most people even know. Oh, I know you know.
So let's talk about Kearsten. What do you like the most about her?
Oh, she is just amazing. I am so lucky that those two became friends first and took a familiar hobby that both of them had and just grew a relationship from that. Her heart's much like Garrett's, very compassionate, very loving, very caring.
When did you first see that?
Oh, the moment that you meet Kearsten, you see that. It doesn't take long to see that. Beautiful, beautiful woman. She is.
How do you think their two personalities and the traits about them will complement each other?
You know, Kearsten, she is so loving and free-going, and she walks and listens to a beat in her head and no music's playing, and she's just enjoying life. I get tickled the way she eats, and she sits down in front of the plate to eat. She kind of does a little wiggle and jiggle and dances a little bit before she eats. So she truly enjoys that time. Garrett, I think she'll bring him some grounding from time to time. Garrett's a little not rambunctious. He can get a little high-strung over some over some conversations, and she doesn't do that. So I think that'll balance them well in that aspect. I know he adores her, and she seems to adore him, and puts up with his little quirks that he has, and Lord knows he has some quirks.
So, do you have any words of wisdom for their future marriage?
You know, just love each other. That's really the only thing that I can tell you. You're both going to have faults. You both are going to have miscomings between letting one down or not communicating with that one person or each other, rather. You don't have to force your opinion on one another. Love them like you want to be loved. Just don't get wrapped up in the world. You hurry up and you gotta work and you gotta make money. Those things are insignificant when it comes to the journey of life as a whole.
What they say is the most valuable things in life.
It's the time you spend with one another. Absolutely.
So, what are your future? What are your wishes for the marriage? What do you wish on?
Ooh, of course I want grandbabies, but I'll wait until that happens in its due time. But just, you know, they've been growing together, and it's time for them to grow again as husband and wife. The give and take is going to change. I just want them to both grow and help each other grow. Come home more often. I definitely want to see you more often, both of you. Awesome. Garrett knows that I absolutely love you. Always have. And always will. I'll see you soon as a married man, and I love you so much.
My internal alarm clock malfunctioned this morning, much the same way it does on Christmas morning. But there is no grogginess, no reluctance to get out of bed. My mind is aflutter with the realization of overwhelming reality from the first time I was cold at Disney World, and I thought, well, I like talking to her. She's pretty cute. Yeah, she'd be nice to take the edge off this cold with. So now, nearly a year later, I've waited for this. The journey begins for me today, and admittedly, my mind and heart left ahead of my body and are already there. I'm watching the sunrise and can't help but think, as a star I've yet to notice on any of my drives to work points vaguely northeast, almost uncannily. I adore you, Kearsten, and I'm beside myself in near disbelief that I get to see you soon. But I'm so honored, so grateful, so thankful that I do. You're something special to me, and however God's work, I'm wildly blessed that His ordinance has allowed for you to be a part of my life. This isn't something I take for granted. That's what I wrote to her on October 23rd, 2017.
Wow.
Now on 5/23 of 20, she writes, "Hey Walla, it's finally our wedding day. I don't know how to express just how much you mean to me. You are my one and only Pookie Mookie Walla, forever plus ever." I stole some of your words to spout back at you because you're always better with them. I thought them fitting for today. I'm so excited and honored to be your wife. That isn't something I take for granted. Yours always. I'm so excited. Like Pookie Mookie Walla. We have a lot of those. Terms of endearment. Yep.
What do you think?
I love her because she knows that I love schnauzers.
Yeah.
Amongst many other reasons.
You put a drop of water from a water bottle on your face.
It would mean a lot to her.
Just like.
Just feel crushed without you. 'Cause I've been strong for so long, I never thought how much I needed you. I think I'm lost without you. Strangers rushing past, just trying to get home. You are the only safe haven that I've known. It's me at full speed, feel like I can't breathe, and nobody knows. It's pain inside me, my world is crumbling. I should never let you go. I think I'm lost without you. I think I'm lost without you. Standing on the platform, watching you go. You said I wanna see the world, and I said go.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like
How you feeling right about now, man?
It's about the only time I've ever felt nervous.
Really?
The whole day, yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It's weird. Spooky. Yeah. I've been in your position so many times.
Yep.
I've always felt nothing. So being on the opposite side, it's strange to feel something.
Yeah.
It's weird, dude. Yeah. No, you won't know it until you feel it.
I guess so.
Because I always ask the same questions, like, are you nervous? And it's always like, yeah, kinda. And so now I know what that yeah kinda feels like.
Now she's coming.
Yeah. That's my dad.
There he is.
It's not Kearsten.
Papa Gil, how you feeling?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good.
You look wonderful.
How do you feel?
You good?
I mean, you guys are like making me feel more nervous with all this riffraff.
This is. Don't be nervous.
Your first look has to be.
I feel like I'm like in the principal's office right now.
Wow.
Like this is the same feeling I had when I was sitting in front of Dan Knoll and he's asking, well son, why'd you do it? What do you mean why did I do it? What are you doing?
Let's do it, baby! Let's go to the room! Let's go to the room! Time to costume make! Let's go! Woo!
Bro, look at this little bit of leg action.
Man, that's cute! That's cute!
A little bit in the front.
Oh yeah. Show me, show me. Woo! Bro, it's so hard to. It's weird. Yeah. I don't know how y'all feel. I guess. I mean, after that, I'm not gonna cry anymore. I got it all out. Fool me once, shame on me.
All right.
You.
Are you doing the first look out here or in there?
This way, can't get enough, so stay with me. It's not like we got big plans. Let's drive around town holding hands, and I need to know you're the only one. Alright, alright. And I need to know that you keep me up all night, yeah. Oh, my heart hurts so good. place. And you need to know that I'm hella obsessed with your face. Your face, yeah. Oh, my heart hurts so good. How I love you, yeah. So bad, so bad. Oh, my heart hurts so good. How I love you, yeah. So bad, so bad.
each other. I'm just sitting here thinking about the time that's slipping and missing my mother. And she's probably sitting there thinking about the time that's slipping and missing her mother.
Garrett, Chris, get out there. Come on, guys.
Right. Oh, we're gonna hug one more time? Real hug again? Okay.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. 'Cause you'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore.
Okay, let's go cake. Cut the cake before we cut the road. A bunch of old folk kids.
Garrett, are you gonna do stanky leg?
No, this is my stanky leg.
Oh dear Lord.
Isn't that gross?
Stanky.
I've been doing that about 10 years. That's my dance.
That's my dance. Where's your friends who post bump hips with you? Oh, we washing the windows?
Credit card. Kirsten's favorite, the Q-tip.
Yeah, that means a lot more than you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't that cute?
Something like that. She might not agree. Hey, what do you know about Q-tips?
She's like everything.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Garrett, let's do it.
I'm so tired already. Hoot.
Get up.
I feel like everybody's just like wanting me to perform.
Yeah, because you're like a monkey.
Right here. Oh.
Cody, you gotta pet cake.
Oh, hold up, hold up. No! Pick up the cake right in this song right here, Garrett.
Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I wanna
You okay with me? Come on! He ain't gonna do it. If we got stiff and classy like
I feel like I need to go to a middle school.
Get ready.
Yeah, I know.
Stop.
Oh my god.
I thought the kid's ankle.
Your arms are my castle, your heart is my sky. They wipe.
So earlier when you were trying to talk to Kearsten when she was getting her hair and makeup done through the window, I literally like, I don't know what I was doing, but I was like not decent. And I like turned around and I was like, and you were talking to her and I was like,
I legit couldn't see anybody in the mirror. Like except
you're going. Come on.
What was it? Oh my god. I thought he dropped the full camera.
He said just come in. So I came in and I was like, I didn't think like, are you alright? Yeah. Here's gonna say come in. There's no one but perfect song.
Okay. I'm okay, I hear you. Eat, woman. Eat.
Oh, I got one.
Feed me. It's like it's like phases I have.
You're in phase one of social distancing.
Let's go.
Christina, very much same word, like every single time. Can you sing to us? And telling you. I guess. I don't even know, but. Oh, I did. I was like,
How did I know you're gonna be over here?
She's like that bride that has two dresses at the wedding. She had
what the heck? Get that. I can't hula hoop anymore either.
No, I think it's like adults can't hula hoop. I think it's like impossible.
Come on, man.
He's like,
There's your pop off and drop it.
wow, these rugs are not fun to do that on.
That was tripping.
I literally thought he was about it.
Keep the clothes
Like
on.
this is a family wedding.
Yeah, we're all family here.
Yeah, so take it off. What?
I feel like we're going slow motion. Alright, and then one dancing. No, one more.
Okay.
He was so focused on that picture.
And then one more dancing.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
Alright, thank you. I'm gonna put those with the other ones.
Abby. Oh, she knows how to do it.
What's she trying to do?
Well, y'all can get together.
Oh my word.
Okay, we're gonna do some freaky stuff, right? We weren't ready for that. Yeah, you'll be ready. My eyes were closed. We'll see.
All right, okay, okay. Oh, girl, twirl it. See, watch this, go nowhere.
Middle.
I ain't going in the middle. This is a group effort.
And that's what really means a lot to me. I'm going to take care of my sister.
Fireworks show, you said it was a really big deal.
We were
sick.
After all that's said and done, you're gonna be the only one home. Do you believe in love after love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think it's strong enough now. Do you believe in love after love, after love, after love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think it's strong enough now. What am I supposed to do?
You know the lyrics, bud.
Cause you run away for you and I can't do that. So turning back. I need something.
Get him, babe, get him.
I need love to feel strong. But after all, they gonna do. You mean
I don't know the words.
do you believe in love after love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think I'm strong enough now. Do you believe in love after love, love after love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think I'm strong enough now. And I know that I'll get through this. Cause I know that I'm strong. And I don't need you anymore. Oh, I don't need you anymore. Oh, I don't need you anymore. Oh, I don't need you anymore. Do you believe in love after love, love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think it's strong enough now. Do you believe in love after love, love after love?
Throw it back.
I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think I'm strong enough now. Do you believe in love after love, love, love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think I'm strong enough now. Do you believe in love after love? Woo. I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think it's strong enough now.
PSA, ready?
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. That brings us back to our cruise right there. You know we were celebrities on the cruise for that?
Yes.
At karaoke night? We did 3 separate karaoke nights where we just picked random songs, except we had our own mics and we had like an open stage where we could like run around and stuff and like interact with the audience.
Yeah.
And people were like coming and taking videos and people came up to us and like into karaoke dudes.
Okay.
And we're like, oh yeah, we are. What's up?
How can I help you?
It was so
When Courtney, Leslie, and I went on that cruise, Leslie went up there and did, what was that song?
Oh, Haley, you're getting sick.
Control him or we can
Good. Like 5 years
Cody, Cody, did you teach him that? Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I taught him. Babe, I'm so tired. You understand how much energy that takes? Woo! They do. Some slack.
All right, lower. It's like when you're doing the cha-cha slide and they tell you to get low.
Don't hurt yourself. Don't
Literally, my ankle will not do it. I can't move on it right now.
Oh, look at what did you do?
Use this man. Get out.
I just got dollar bills. Let's go. Okay. Taylor, get out there. Pump like a drum, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Show us sweet cream. Show us.
Sweet cream. Sweet cream.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Hey, hair flick, hair flick. Pop it again, sweet cream. Oh, but we didn't know what the hell was in him until about 3 years ago, and he let it all out.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Get low, get low. I cannot. She said I
Abby, you got it right there.
Come on, you guys.
That mule was ready to bust.
Gave me an 11 out of 10 for that earlier.
Oh, I ain't getting jiggy. I'm just keeping it going.
Leg workout. I was like, come on, you didn't go to grade school dances. So I was like, wait. Awkward circle. Oh my God. Let's get going. Come on, Garrett.
None of us can really dance. We just jig it.
We're just
What are you guys doing?
Just jig it.
This is the whitest wedding.
Oldest here and Enrique. Come on.
I know, but we're bringing
And
it
like
down.
Katie's got some dance on her. We're being watered down.
Yeah, exactly.
We
took out the skin tone.
Very American.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Do you remember the 21st night, September? I couldn't tell you to sing this.
Wait, you're ready to what?
I'm ready to eat.
Oh, dinner, right?
Tacos.
Oh.
And dessert tacos.
Dessert tacos.
And just eat
Just go to the video.
I feel like I heard
Yeah.
so much about Garrett's non-existent sex life.
Now we're being his best friend.
Look, dude, I'm about to make up for 24 years of abstinence tonight.
Non-existent imagination, but real imagination.
Kirsten's face.
No, you gotta do it.
Alright, I was gonna say I'll freaking subscribe to some form of PT tomorrow. Physical therapist?
Yeah.
Hey!
I mean, I don't know. If he could do that, I think he'll be
Oh! Yep.
What? I know.
Yes,
We weren't ready!
You're the best hype man ever.
Garrett, stop.
Mom, come pick me up.
Save that for the room.
I'm heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
Get that nose dairy out of here. Yeah, fully fortified. If you're lactose intolerant, you ain't chilling.
Full 45 with vitamin D.
Vitamin O. Clever.
Gonna do an interview before y'all go in?
What, before I go in?
Over there? Is that where y'all going?
No.
Oh, where y'all going?
Elsewhere.
We're far away. Sitting over there.
Far away, that where no noises can be heard. I plan for there to be chirping.
Chirping.
Tweet, tweet.
Kearsten, what are you looking forward to tonight?
Honestly, some maybe shoulder rubbings.
Some what?
Some shoulder rubbings.
Some shoulder rubs. I think that can be arranged.
And Ricky out here looking like the weekend with his hands and his moves. Dang.
Like the weekend?
Yeah, you watching this? Give him a weekend.
No.
Got him. I need a weekend.
No ladies.
Seems so right. Twist and shout. Twist and shout.
Come on.
See, Kearsten knows.
You're everything that I see. I want your
I know you guys get this hot, but we don't have these in New England. Cause you want good girl. You
Oh, I thought it was
know
one.
That's heavy.
I got my oh my.
Shake this off. I'll keep it on. Kearsten will be it.
Dripping going on. There.
That's true. What if I take the t-shirt off too?
Then no.
Then I'm gonna say you guys go get a room.
You guys go get a room.